think back to childhood, you're doing the same thing in school. You
Mhm.
are amongst all these kiddos, and y'all are just curious about each other. And it's when we think about it now, and I'm envisioning a playground with lots of kids running around and trying to figure out who they are and who their friends are and what they like. We still do that when we're
Mhm.
40. We still do that. We just call it something different, or we make
Mhm.
sure that we think it's buttoned up. It doesn't need to be.
Mhm.
We don't need to be loud. We don't need to be, completely out of mind, but it can be fun. It can be fun to stay in that curiosity mode, to say, oh my gosh, you went and, parasailed last weekend. I have no interest in that. I don't ever want to be off the ground that way. But dang, tell me about that. Is that scary? Like, I need to see pictures. What's happening? Right? So we can still be in that curiosity mode to learn. Yeah.
Mm. Now, let's get back a little bit about the topic that we already mentioned before. So you have mentioned in your book about these conversational safety nets that we grab onto when we are uncomfortable. So for someone trying to be more visible at the company, in a company town hall or a networking mixer, what is the
Mm-hmm.
first safety net they should drop to ensure that they are seen as a leader?
Mm. That they should drop. Ooh, so many good
Yes.
things. So we're going to inadvertent this. So the thing that you should drop are the things that are in your hands. So that's the first one. So I guarantee you that if you're walking into a conference, you're walking into a networking event, you are holding on to something because that's a security blanket. We have all of these self-soothing mechanisms
Yeah.
within our body and how we do that. So one is a phone. That's the easiest. Put it away. Put it completely away. The second one is your pockets. If everything's out and put away, you're gonna put your hands in your pockets. Take them out. Be more open and visible for connection. If you have a hard time with eye contact, make sure that you're making eye contact. I know that when we are in a sea of people, it's so much easier to just scan heads.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Don't do that, right? You want to make that eye contact. So I would say that those are the first things to do away with. Secondly, do away with what comes out of your mouth first of, hi, I'm Amy, how are you? And then there's like this awkward, I don't know what to do now. Or, you walk up to somebody and then you give your whole spiel of who you are. Or, hey, I see and you're looking at somebody's, name badge and you introduce yourself. So we want to strip that because number one, that's a safety. Number two, it's not planned and intentional. Number three, everyone is doing it.
Mm.
So we want to strip that so we have impact and we look and feel, and people are responding to us like a leader, like we have credibility. So everything, if you think of someone in a large setting and you notice them and you're attracted to whatever is happening there, they're usually around a handful of people. You're like, gosh, do I know that person? Or I feel like I need to have a conversation with them. They're really impressive. How are they impressive? You have not talked to them at all, but they have this thing, that quote
Mm.
unquote it thing, right? I will tell you that is intentional, that is highly practiced. You can do the same thing. And it starts with the nonverbal, and then it starts with your intentional communication. So then thinking around, how do I do that differently then? How would I introduce myself to not be the sea of everybody else and then not know where the conversation's going? So have a bit of a plan. It may be, hi, I'm Amy. I see that you are Jackie from Aquarix. It's lovely to meet you today. Have you been to this event before? Be intentional
Mm.
instead of, hi, I'm Amy, right? So be a little bit It doesn't have to be completely different. Just 1% shift. Intentionality.
You know what, Amy? It's something that I'm going to share that in Europe, so we always believe that Americans are super good at communication. Like they have this, they're not ashamed of anything. Like, and I don't know, the European education is made in such a way that you don't know how to speak. So if you're an engineer, you're even worse. So because you will
Mhm.
not have a single class of how to communicate, you will not have so many presentations. You don't have like working groups where everybody's presenting. So my question to you is, the approach that you are taking to in order to uh, that we are able to connect, would it work with this shy French guy or this humble Swiss person?